All right, here is your rundown of what I'm seeing develop in the news of crypto. I got a couple things that are worth paying attention to, one of which is awfully optimistic for the development of crypto outside of the US. It is a global technology. It is all over the world, and we're seeing countries step up to the plate to facilitate the development of that and the growing economy that it represents. This is Crypto Tips. If you guys are new, we appreciate it if you hit like and subscribe before, after, in the middle, whenever you're watching these videos. If you enjoy these updates, we certainly appreciate your feedback in that regard. If you want to know what we're doing with our cryptocurrencies and why, how we've dealt with the bear market, what we've been accumulating in preparation of the next bull market to come, you have to check out a link to the CT Club. It's down below in the video description. So first off, I want to talk about Gemini. They are launching a new international derivatives market. The article was basically citing that I was reading this from, that FTX collapse has left a gaping hole in market share in the derivatives market. And so now Gemini, a famously US-based, US-regulated cryptocurrency exchange, they have the BIT license in New York, so that certainly speaks to their ability to try to be as compliant as possible. They are now launching an international derivatives market. Now, here's why I think there's cause for concern. Binance is just now being investigated, having charges brought to it against it from the CFTC for basically doing something very similar, offering derivatives, basically directly profiting from US customers in an unregulated manner. So I would be really interested to see how Gemini formulates this international derivatives market in a really clear separation between that and their offerings for their US customers. Is Binance just under attack because they attacked the US politician's favorite man, Sam Bankman-Fried? I don't know. Speaking of Sam Bankman-Fried, he has now pled not guilty to the new charges against him of bribing Chinese officials to unlock millions and millions of dollars from Alameda accounts so they can gain access to those funds and do more trading, really, really bad trading on Alameda Research. This bribe was accepted apparently, and shortly after the bribe was apparently accepted, the funds were unfrozen. Now, this happened in 2021 when Sam Bankman-Fried was obviously still the CEO of FTX, and now he's pleading not guilty. Another thing that's coming out about Sam Bankman-Fried is that, again, while he was CEO, he paid his father $10 million from a loan that was obtained from Alameda Research. Now, it has been proven that user funds were taken from FTX, granted to Alameda Research, and now it's just a giant cycle where basically your funds, if you left any on FTX and you didn't gain access to them, Sam Bankman-Fried is now using a portion of that, the $10 million that he gave to his father, to pay for his legal fees. So now essentially the users that he victimized basically on his cryptocurrency exchange, he's using them in his defense of this basically indefensible behavior. All right, enough about that dirty work, and let's just be clear. FTX, Binance, centralized exchanges in general are not and should never be considered synonymous with the cryptocurrency movement, with blockchain technology. They are centralized, they are third parties, there's counterparty risk and trust involved in these applications of cryptocurrencies in a very centralized manner, and there should always be a degree of separation. They're not the representatives of crypto, so if these guys go down, good riddance, right? Now, speaking of good news, in Thailand, the SEC of Thailand is changing their tune about ICOs. I think that they're going to be a lot more crypto friendly in the terms of creating new cryptocurrencies. This is something that has classically been clamped down on from the US SEC, going after those types of cryptocurrency projects. Now Thailand is, I think, wanting to facilitate this new growing tokenized economy that is becoming more and more apparent to people who are finally waking up to the world that cryptocurrency is not going anywhere, that Bitcoin was created in an open source manner, and with that comes in other inventions, other creativity, other innovations. Yes, many of them are scams, but they aren't all scams, and they are doing this mostly in the spirit of experimentation of monetary policy. That's what cryptocurrency represents. It is the first time money in what, centuries, maybe ever, where money is out of the hands of the few. It is depoliticizing money, and that's a beautiful thing. So Thailand is trying to facilitate this growth of cryptocurrencies. El Salvador famously is doing this as well. Switzerland with Crypto Valley, also famous for being very crypto friendly. So these are the seeds that are being planted right now, where in the future it's going to produce a lot of fruit for these countries that are trying to facilitate the growth of cryptocurrencies and that growing economy. Whereas the US has been probably a little bit spoiled in their top dog position for how many decades now, and they're cutting, they're taking, I think, that position for granted, and it's going to become more and more apparent as the years go on, of how they're missing out on these opportunities. And Toby's going to be doing a video actually also very soon talking about what China, Russia, Brazil, the oil industry, how they're more and more cutting out the US, and the petrodollar is, becoming extinct. Maybe we're seeing the slow death of that. Toby's mentioned that a few times in the videos. If you have been watching these videos and you have not subscribed yet, please hit subscribe, hit the like button, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Bye, guys.